Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bierton Bedtime at Christmas from the Gadsbys, who've got the giggles. Who've we got?
Ellen! Isla!
And tonight we are going to be reading Gigantosaurus, The Best Day Ever. Okay. It was early morning in Cretaceous. Tiny stretched out her arms and smiled at the sunrise. The little dinosaur hurried to find her friends. She wondered what exciting things they would do today. I can't wait to get started.
It's gonna be another sensational day.
But Bill, Mazu and Rocky weren't excited in the slightest. Isn't today the shortest day of the year? Yawned Bill. Yes, grumbled Mazu. It's the day that the sun sets earliest.
Playtime will be over before we know it.
Rocky gave his ball a grumpy kick. There wasn't enough time to have any fun. Tiny caught the ball on her head, but her friends didn't even smile. What if I find a way to make the shortest day just as fun as every other day? She suggested. Mazu wasn't sure. How can it be just as fun when it's shorter?
We can have a party and keep it going after sunset.
But you'd need lights, sighed Mazu. And food, chipped in Bill. Lots of food. Yes, nodded Tiny. All kinds of stuff. I'll invite everybody. It was settled. Tiny was having a shortest day party. The delighted Triceratops skipped around Cretaceous, giving out invitations to everyone she saw. Along the way, she sang a little song.
Please come to my party, my shortest day party. You'll see that this day is the funnest of fun.
Tiny sang on and on. She described yummy food, music, games and magical decorations, plus presents for everyone.
Please come to my party, my shortest day party. I'll show you that this day is the best of the year.
Tiny's friends gathered around. At first they were cross at being disturbed, but the plan sounded so spectacular they started to get excited. Everyone agreed to come. Stomp, stomp, stomp. The ground shook and Giganto appeared. Tiny gulped nervously, then stepped forward so the huge dinosaur could see her.
Would you like to come to my party?
Roar! Said Giganto and disappeared back into the jungle. I'll mark you down as a maybe, Tiny said hopefully. Tiny worked hard all day preparing for the shortest day party. She decided to have it up in the frozen lands, so she packed everything onto her sleigh and Bill, Mazu and Rocco hitched a ride through the snow.
Yippee!
Tiny whooshed across the ice, pulling her friends behind her. At last, the sleigh skidded to a stop in front of a big green tree. Bump! All of Tiny's packing tumbled onto the snow. There were boxes and parcels everywhere.
Hey, Tiny!
Too late, shouted Mazu. Look! Tiny gazed across the snowy mountains. Her guests were nearly here. Oh no, she gasped. I spent so long telling everyone about the party. I didn't leave any time to set it up. She didn't know what to do.
Hey, Tiny! Here we come! Woohoo! We're ready to party!
Tiny's friends couldn't wait for the fun to begin. Welcome to the shortest day party, said Tiny hurriedly, unpacking everything. The little dino did her best, but nothing went the way she planned.
Where are those games you promised? And the glorious decorations.
Oh, right, stammered Tiny, grabbing some garlands. Decorations? She tossed the garlands up onto the tree, but they tangled messily in the branches. Interesting choice, said Archie. Where's all the food? Demanded Rugo the rat. Right here as promised, said Tiny. Have some fruit. Rugo swallowed the berry in one gulp, then shrieked in surprise. It was ice cold. Tiny shrugged uneasily. I guess that's why they call it the Frozen Lands.
Brain freeze!
And where's the tunes? Said Ignatius. You said there would be music. I've got lots of instruments in here, replied Tiny. She threw a huge trumpet over to him, but Ignatius could barely hold it, let alone play. The poor dino fell backwards into the snow. Tiny's shortest day party was turning into a disaster. Toto and Craw decided to go home. Boring games, frozen food and bad music, snapped Toto.
Do you call this fun? We call this lame.
More guests began to grumble. One by one, they trudged away. Don't leave, begged Tiny. We're only getting started. I have presents for everyone.
Hang on, almost there.
She staggered across the snow, carrying the most enormous pile of gifts, wrapped up in bright colours. But the pile began to wobble and Tiny stumbled in the snow. Oh no! The parcels tumbled down the frozen mountain, falling into a deep hole at the bottom. Rocky, Bill and Mazzy ran to their friend. Tiny, gasped Rocky, are you all right? Tiny burst into tears. All she wanted was to show everyone that even the shortest day of the year could be the best. Maybe you're right, she sobbed. Maybe today is just no fun at all.
My party is ruined.
Tiny's friends knew how hard she was trying. Before they could help her, a terrible roar shook the mountains. One more guest was on his way.
Gigantosaurus!
The other dinosaurs were furious. What's he doing here? They demanded. I invited him, Tiny said. He deserves to have fun too. Tiny stepped out to greet the great big scary dinosaur. I'm sorry I invited you out here, she said sadly. I know I promised you lots of food and presents. Giganto glared down at the frightened party guests. Then he thumped his tail hard against the ice. The ground began to shake.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, please. Don't be angry.
Boom! Boom!
Boom!
Tiny and friends found themselves being bounced up and down.
This is fun. Whee! Wait, are we still having a party?
Giganto was trying to play with them. Dinosaurs went sliding around in circles and icicles jingled merrily in the tree. Tiny was confused. The party was in full swing even without food, decorations and presents. All those things you came for, she said. They never happened. But Tiny's friends hadn't come for the promises.
We came to be with you.
That's when Tiny knew that her shortest day party was going to be okay after all. Thanks, you guys. It's not the treats that make a party. It's the friends, she cried. Right, Giganto? Giganto replied with another careful tail thud, lifting the decorations on the tree and undoing all the tangles. Now the tree was perfect.
Wow! That's more like it.
But Giganto wasn't quite finished. He hit the ground again, even harder, shaking the mountain so much the lost presents bounced up and out of the hole. Thank you, Giganto, gasped Tiny, running to collect them. What a party it turned out to be! When night fell, Cretaceous turned into a winter wonderland. Tiny took out a gigantic walnut, carefully wrapped in leaves, and presented it to Giganto. This is for you, she smiled. Happy shortest day. Whoa! He had enjoyed the shortest day party too. Everyone cheered. Best day ever! Thanks, guys, said Tiny. We should celebrate like this every year! And that is the end of our story.